Welcome to our channel Crime Loom, the place where true crime stories come alive. Patrick Mackay was born in 1952 in Brighton, England, into a world that seemed ordinary on the surface but held dark undertones he would later embrace. From a young age, Patrick showed signs of an unusual and disturbing fascination with death. He was a solitary child, withdrawn from his peers, preferring the company of insects, animals, and anything that reminded him of decay. Teachers and neighbors noted his odd behaviors, but no one could have predicted the path he would eventually take. As he grew older, his obsession with the macabre intensified. He read extensively about serial killers, psychopaths, and infamous murders, absorbing every detail with a chilling enthusiasm that frightened those around him. Friends and acquaintances often found his fascination unsettling, yet few realized the depths of the darkness that lay beneath his polite and intelligent exterior. In his teenage years, Patrick began exhibiting more alarming tendencies. He would engage in cruel acts toward animals, capturing and torturing them with a methodical precision that hinted at a mind capable of extreme violence. His parents, though concerned, were at a loss as to how to handle their son's increasingly erratic behavior. Patrick's intelligence allowed him to mask his impulses in public, presenting a calm and even charming demeanor, while harboring violent fantasies in private. His obsession with death was not merely a curiosity, but a consuming passion that dictated much of his life. By the time he reached adulthood, Patrick's fascination had evolved into a disturbing compulsion to exert control over life and death itself. Patrick Mackay's first known murder occurred in the 1970s. Although the exact details are murky due to the secretive nature of his crimes, he targeted victims who he believed would not be missed, often the vulnerable and isolated, demonstrating a chilling awareness of society's blind spots. His method was calculated and precise. Patrick preferred to stalk his victims, studying their routines and weaknesses before striking. He was meticulous, leaving few traces that could lead authorities to him, which allowed him to evade capture even as the body counts slowly rose. Witnesses described him as polite and unassuming in public, a man whose ordinary appearance concealed an extraordinary capacity for cruelty. His ability to blend in was one of his most terrifying traits, making him a predator who could walk among people without arousing suspicion. Mackay's psychological profile revealed a complex mind. He suffered from psychopathy, which manifested in a lack of empathy, an inability to feel remorse, and a cold, calculating approach to human life. His intelligence and charm enabled him to manipulate those around him, while his obsessive nature focused intensely on his macabre interests. He was not driven by anger or impulse, but by a methodical desire to fulfill his twisted fascinations. This combination of intelligence, obsession, and lack of conscience made him extraordinarily dangerous. Experts who later studied his case noted that he represented a classic example of a high-functioning psychopath, capable of committing heinous crimes while appearing outwardly normal. Throughout the 1980s, Patrick's crimes escalated in both frequency and severity. His compulsion to kill grew, and he became more daring, targeting victims in increasingly public settings. Despite this, he remained careful and calculated, often planning his attacks to avoid detection. Police investigations during this period were frustrated by the lack of physical evidence and the seemingly random nature of the killings. Patrick's careful selection of victims and his understanding of investigative techniques allowed him to continue his spree without immediate consequence. Each murder reinforced his sense of power and control, deepening his obsession and pushing him further into the darkness. Patrick's fascination with death extended beyond his victims. He collected books, photographs, and objects related to murder and execution, creating a private world where violence and death were revered. This macabre collection served as both a source of inspiration and a means of reliving his crimes, reinforcing his obsessions and justifying his actions in his mind. Friends who visited his home noticed oddities, strange paraphernalia, and an eerie atmosphere, but few fully understood the significance of what they saw. Patrick's private world was a reflection of his inner psyche, controlled, meticulous, and devoted entirely to the themes of death and dominance. Despite the horrors of his actions, Patrick's outward life appeared relatively normal. He held jobs, interacted with neighbors, and maintained a facade of normalcy that shielded him from suspicion. This duality, the polite, intelligent exterior hiding a violent inner world, is a hallmark of many serial killers. But Patrick's case was extreme in its intensity. He carefully curated his public persona, ensuring that no one could easily see the darkness that lurked beneath. This ability to deceive those around him contributed to his ability to evade law enforcement for years, even as rumors and suspicions began to circulate in the communities where he lived. Eventually, Patrick's crimes caught up with him. Law enforcement began to connect the dots between various murders and incidents of violence, and patterns emerged that could no longer be ignored. Investigators noted the similarities in his methods, the selection of vulnerable victims, and the meticulous planning that characterized each attack. Forensic evidence, coupled with witness statements and psychological profiling, ultimately led authorities to focus on Patrick Mackay as a primary suspect. The case against him was complex, requiring careful analysis and coordination between police, psychologists, and forensic experts. When Patrick was finally apprehended, the true extent of his crimes became clear. Investigators uncovered not only evidence linking him to multiple murders, but also insights into his disturbing psychology and obsessions. His collection of macabre materials, detailed notes, and meticulous records provided a window into the mind of a man driven by compulsion rather than impulse. Court proceedings revealed the chilling rationale behind his actions, a calculated pursuit of control and fascination with death that had defined his life for decades. The trial was both sensational and horrifying, drawing attention to the extreme nature of his crimes and the danger posed by individuals like him who can function outwardly in society while committing heinous acts. And secret psychologists and criminologists studying Patrick Mackay's case have noted several key traits that made him particularly dangerous. His high intelligence allowed him to manipulate others and evade detection, while his psychopathy ensured that he felt no remorse or empathy for his victims. His obsessive focus on death and murder drove him to refine his methods and pursue his compulsions relentlessly. These factors, combined with his ability to appear normal in public, created a predator who was exceptionally difficult to apprehend. Patrick's case remains a stark example of how intelligence and obsession, when coupled with a lack of conscience, can result in prolonged and devastating criminal activity. Even after his conviction, Patrick Mackay continued to intrigue psychologists and true crime enthusiasts alike. His case has been cited in numerous studies on psychopathy, serial killing, and criminal behavior, providing valuable insights into the mind of a high-functioning killer. The chilling combination of intellect, charm, and obsession displayed by Patrick serves as a reminder of the complexity and danger posed by individuals who are capable of hiding extreme violence behind a veneer of normalcy. His story has become a cautionary tale, illustrating the importance of vigilance, awareness, and the challenges faced by law enforcement in identifying and stopping predators who blend seamlessly into society. Patrick Mackay's life and crimes also highlight broader questions about human psychology, morality, and society's ability to recognize and respond to danger. How can someone so intelligent and seemingly ordinary commit acts of unspeakable violence without detection for so long? What warning signs are often missed, and how can society better protect vulnerable individuals? These questions remain relevant not only for understanding Patrick Mackay, but also for addressing the threat posed by similar individuals who may operate undetected in communities around the world. Today, Patrick Mackay remains incarcerated, a reminder of the dark capabilities that exist within the human mind. His story continues to fascinate true crime followers, historians, and psychologists, offering both horror and insight. While his crimes are shocking and disturbing, they also provide an opportunity to study the patterns and behaviors of high-functioning psychopathic killers, deepening our understanding of the complexities of human behavior and the nature of evil. Patrick Mackay's legacy is one of terror and fascination. His ability to live a seemingly normal life while committing acts of extreme violence serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers that can lurk behind ordinary appearances. For those interested in the study of criminal psychology and the history of serial killers, his case is both a cautionary tale and a source of insight into the mind of a man driven by obsession, compulsion, and a profound fascination with death. The story of Patrick Mackay is a story of darkness concealed, violence planned, and the terrifying duality of human nature. Even decades after his crimes, the story of Patrick Mackay continues to captivate and horrify. His life exemplifies the chilling truth that extreme evil can exist in plain sight, hidden beneath a mask of intelligence and normalcy.
Subscribe to Crime Loom and join us as we unravel more